Okay, the last problem here is we're going to solve this absolute value inequality. So absolute value and inequality here. But now our absolute value is greater than or equal to a number. Now, we could go through all the mechanics on this, but I just want to point something out for you real fast because we can solve this problem right away. When I take the absolute value, no matter what I plug in here for b, whether it makes this thing positive, 0, or negative, doesn't matter. When I take the absolute value of that, I'm going to end up with something that's at least 0 or positive. So this is always going to be at least 0 or positive, no matter what I plug in there. And I'm just looking for all the numbers that I plug in where it's greater than or equal to negative 25. Well, since this is always 0 or higher, well, that's always greater than or equal to negative 25. So in this particular case, I really don't have to do any work. I just know that this thing, no matter what I plug in here, once I take the absolute value, is at least 0. So since it's at least 0, well, that's always greater than or equal to a negative 25. So that means I can plug in whatever I want. And so the way that we write plugging in whatever we want is we can plug in all numbers from negative infinity to positive infinity. Everything will work. And so my solution set is negative infinity to positive infinity. And I don't have to do any algebra here or work anything out. Now, if I did, what I would notice is that this is going to be an OR inequality, and those ORs are going to overlap and go in both directions each way. And so once I shade the whole thing, I'll end up from negative infinity to positive infinity anyway. So honestly, once you recognize that, the problem's done. It's over. Okay. By the way, if this was facing the other direction, if this inequality was facing this way, then there's no numbers that I could plug in that would be less than or equal to negative 25, and so there'd be no solutions for this. So this is going to have, because of this negative here in the absolute value, this has all real numbers, and if we flip the sign, it would have no real numbers would work for it. Okay, so you can go ahead and you can graph them out if you want to, but like I said, at the end of the day, just recognizing that this is always positive, or at least 0, is going to save you a lot of time. So you don't have to do anything there for that problem.